Okay, there is some breaking news coming out of France. Thierry Henry has been suspended by AS Monaco. It has been a very difficult first managerial appointment for Thierry Henry. He was a club legend when he won the World Cup in 1998. He was actually a Monaco player, which is one of the reasons why Wenger signed him up to Arsenal. Firstly, Wenger had worked at Monaco himself when Henry was in the youth system, and secondly, Henry had really shone with the AS Monaco side in the late 90s. So, let's have a look at what's actually going on. They lost 5-1 at the weekend to Strasbourg, where Thierry Henry had a foul-mouthed television interview rant about a Strasbourg player, which he has since apologised for. But the club currently sit 19th in Ligue 1. They've got 15 points. Now, Thierry Henry was appointed in October, so he didn't start the season as manager. That's important. All 5 wins have come under Thierry Henry this season, so they were actually already struggling when he took over. But they've only got 15 points. They're 3 points from safety as well. And then they're not doing so well. They're 38 points behind PSG, a team they've been regularly trying to challenge for the title for over recent years, as these are the second richest club in France after PSG. They're 38 points behind PSG. They're that far back. Yeah, they're in trouble. And their goal difference is -17, so defending has been an issue. That's the third worst goal differential in Ligue 1. There are rumours he is to be replaced by his predecessor Leonardo Jardim, who he replaced in October, and that Frank Passy will be taking training while they work out Thierry Henry's future. It's very odd. In England, normally the managers get sacked. Okay, what the French system is a bit different. They suspend, they sit down with, and then they work out, is it worth keeping the guy around or firing him. Now, he was a hot favourite to take over at Aston Villa earlier this season when Villa had sacked Steve Bruce. He was one of the shortlisted favourites, and of course he's worked with Roberto Martinez at the Belgian national side for several years and helped get Belgium to a World Cup semi-final, obviously, and was a very, very good assistant. He was very, very good with the young players, giving them his advice. Obviously, he won the World Cup and the Euros, so he knows what it takes to win an international tournament, and he was very good as an assistant. This is his first managerial job, and it isn't as easy as he thinks. It's not gone well. Obviously, he's just signed Cesc Fabregas to the side to strengthen that midfield and give some creativity and some more goals, because they're not scoring enough either. They can't get the ball out the net, but they're not putting the ball in the net enough to make up for their iffy defence. What happens from here is very odd. The French managerial system, how they deal with it by suspending and sitting down and reviewing is a lot different. Normally, if this was English football, they'll have a meeting with the manager, and either the manager leaves us by mutual consent or is sacked after a series of poor form. Monaco are really not in good shape. They're a point off last place. They're 3 points from safety, as I've said, and they are lagging behind their big league rivals. Big league rivals are streets ahead of them. And that is a concern, considering some of the players that have actually played for this club and the financial backing this club has. It proves that you can't just buy a league, apparently. Even with loads of money, this is a club that's being mismanaged. And it's not just Thierry Henry, it's a club that's being mismanaged. Second wealthiest club in France, and they're second bottom. So it does prove that money can't always necessarily buy you success. There is issues, obviously, behind the scenes with AS Monaco, and Thierry Henry hasn't had the easiest start as a manager. It has been a shambles. And Monaco is one of those historical clubs. It's also one of those unique clubs that actually aren't actually French, much like FC Vaduz in the Swiss League. They're actually from a smaller country that play in a bigger league, such as FC Vaduz in the Swiss League. They're from Liechtenstein, and AS Monaco is obviously from the Principality of Monaco, and they play in the French league system. There's a kind of a unique thing here. Not often that I can say that, some random knowledge I have. But this is not an easy turnaround. Whoever comes in and replaces Thierry Henry is going to have an uphill struggle, because yes, the bottom half of the French table is a bit congested. There's about 4 or 5 teams with about 4 points separating them, but it's the gap. It's how far back they are. Another couple of defeats, and if teams around them pick up points, they are in serious trouble. Serious trouble. I can equivalent them to Fulham in the English Premier League. They've got the financial backing. They've got some good players. Defensively, with that goal difference, shambles. And being a star player, you don't always come up to be a star manager as well. So he may be a club legend. It doesn't always work out. Just look at ask Stuart Pearce at Nottingham Forest. Being a club legend with a team and becoming a manager of a team, it doesn't always work out. You just got to look at the whole host of managers. But there we go. AS Monaco have suspended Thierry Henry. If you are a French football fan, what are your thoughts on this? And if you are a Thierry Henry fan and you like him, what do you think he should do? Do you think he should decide to stand down as manager? Do Monaco fire him? Does he stick it out? Does he try and stick it out? Does he ask someone like Arsene Wenger for advice and help? Someone who obviously moulds his style of play on. A guy who gave him a chance in English football. There's a whole host of options open to him. It's going to be interesting, but if his predecessor is rumoured to be replacing him, the guy he replaced, it says a lot about the management of AS Monaco behind the scenes. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Place your comments below, and I'll have some more videos for you soon.